If you've ever had a puppy, you know exactly the moment I'm talking about. Pure, adorable, and utter chaos. And if you're thinking about getting one, well, you need to be ready. Today, we're going to break down the wild, wonderful, and totally normal world of puppy Zoomies. Does this sound familiar? One second, your puppy is an adorable, sleeping little angel. The next, they're a complete tornado of fur. We're talking sprinting, spinning, and skidding across the floor with this look of just pure, wild joy on their face. So what on earth is going on? Welcome to the wonderful world of the Zoomies. And believe it or not, this actually has a scientific name, FREPS, which stands for Frenetic Random Activity Periods. I know, sounds pretty dramatic, right? But the single most important thing for you to know is that they are completely and totally normal. This isn't bad behavior, it's just pure, unfiltered puppy energy. So why does this happen? Well, it's not as random as it looks. There's some really common triggers that can send your puppy into a frenzy. Let's break down the 5 main reasons behind all that adorable wildness. First and foremost, it's really just about simple physics. Puppies are like little batteries. They nap, they eat, they cuddle, and all that time they're just storing up energy. Zoomies are basically the release valve. That energy has to go somewhere, and a lot of the time it comes out in a high-speed dash around your living room. Happiness can be, well, explosive. Just seeing you walk through the door, or grabbing their favorite squeaky toy, or even just stepping out into the backyard for the first time, it can be so exciting that their brain kind of short-circuits into pure physical joy. It's literally a happy dance just, at about 30 miles per hour. Ah, the classic post-bath Zoomies. This is a big one. Is it the relief that it's finally over? Is it the weird feeling of being all clean and wet? Or are they just trying to get dry? Whatever the reason, so many dog owners will tell you that a bath is a surefire way to trigger a wild burst of activity. You might have noticed this happens around the same time every single evening. Some people call it the witching hour. It's that moment when you're finally settling down to relax and your puppy decides, nope, it's time for one last epic release of energy before I crash for the night. And, it's not always just about excess energy or fun. Sometimes after a kind of stressful event, like a trip to the vet or maybe an overwhelming training session, a puppy will use Zoomies to literally shake off all that nervous tension and just reset their emotional state. Okay, so now we know why it happens, but the real question is, what are you supposed to do about it? Let's get right into a simple, step-by-step plan for managing this adorable chaos. Okay, when the Zoomies hit, your first job is actually super simple. Do nothing. Seriously, just stay calm. If you start chasing them, you're just adding fuel to the fire. Instead, take a quick scan of the room, move anything fragile, clear a path. Once the area is safe, just let them go for it. Let them burn it off. It's a natural thing. Now, if they get a little too wild or start heading for trouble, that's your cue to grab a toy and redirect that energy into a fun game. All right, now let's talk about getting ahead of the game. If the Zoomies are a constant, everyday thing, your puppy is sending you a very clear message. I need more exercise. Building a consistent daily routine can also work wonders because it helps prevent those big energy spikes. And here's a great pro tip. That moment when they finally crash after a Zoomie session, that's a golden opportunity for a quick, calm training moment. Knowing what to do is half the battle. The other half is knowing what not to do. So let's look at a few really common mistakes that can actually make the Zoomies even worse. We mentioned this before, but it is so important it's getting its own spotlight. Chasing your puppy is the #1 mistake. To them, you're not stopping the chaos. You're joining it. You've just turned their energy release into the most exciting game of chase ever, which just reinforces the exact behavior you're trying to manage. Here's a really crucial shift in thinking. Would you punish a little kid for laughing hysterically? Of course not. Well, punishing a puppy for Zoomies is kind of the same thing. They aren't being bad, they're just being a puppy. Scolding them only creates confusion and can actually damage your bond with them. And this brings us right back to the root cause. If your puppy is constantly having these really intense, uncontrollable Zoomies, that's a giant red flag. They are practically screaming at you that they have way too much pent-up energy. The solution isn't to stop the Zoomies, but to prevent that massive energy buildup in the first place with more walks, more play, and more training. Okay, let's kind of zoom out and put this all together. It's really time to reframe how we think about this behavior. It's not a problem that you need to solve, it's a signal that you need to understand. Just let this one sink in for a second. This is probably the single most important takeaway. It is not defiance, it's not destruction, it's not them being naughty. It is a physical expression of a happy, energetic animal. It's literally joy in motion. So, the next time that little tornado starts to spin up, just remember this simple checklist. Is it safe? Am I calm? And, hey, do we maybe need a longer walk tomorrow? It really is that simple. Ultimately, Zoomies are a feature, not a bug, of puppyhood. They are a sign that you have a healthy, happy dog who is just full of life. So the next time your puppy turns into a blur, instead of panicking, just clear a path, smile, and enjoy the show. Because when you manage it the right way, you turn that chaos into a controlled and, frankly, hilarious part of having a puppy.